Hey everyone, it's BrickLover18 here today, and we're back with the final part of the Bricks Tower tour. So far, you've seen me give a tour of the Lego store, the hotel lobby, the Ellen DeGeneres studio, the event space, the sushi restaurant, the BrickTubers clubhouse, and the hotel's floors. Now, I'll be giving you a tour of the two-story penthouse suite, the commercial tower, as well as the school. So, let's jump right into it. Like I said in part one of this video, I really built this part of the school to be as modular as possible because the front of the school is completely structured in. It cannot move or come out, so I had to design it so the floors were easily able to move. As you can see here, I made it so the walls, I can just pick them right up and remove those one by one. This one here is the first floor of the school. This is where you come up from the escalators. Like I was saying, it is 2 stories worth of escalators, just entirely based on how I actually built this and, modeled this space after. Over here is the event space that I showed you in the last video, and it goes in nicely there. You can see it has a little bit of a weird... it does have a little bit of a weird transition between the 2 spaces, and I'll probably adjust that and fix it later. But in the meantime, I will take out the bottom floor of the school and show you everything floor by floor, because there's no sense in showing you in the school here because it is really hard to see everything. But I just want to show you that is the event space here as well as the escalator space here. So here are the 3 floors of the school actually lined up one by one. These are completely unattached and they're completely separate, and I'm going to be going through these obviously one by one. So this here is the floor. This is technically the 3rd floor of the building, and it is the one where it comes right off the 2 sets of escalators. So we've got this beautiful glass railing here with a minifigure kind of looking over and seeing everything. We've got a bunch of tables around the school because it's a school. There needs to be, students studying and things like that. We've got a chef walking around, as well as different minifigures and things like that. As you can see, more tables in a variety of different positions. And of course, we've got 2 classrooms. So this is the big lecture hall that can fit a bunch of different minifigures. There should be like a podium or like a projector screen up here, but there's not. As well as this lecture hall is a bit smaller. Again, there's still a door, but no podium, no teacher or anything like that. When I was building the school, I didn't have a lot of time to finish it, so that's it's been left in this state of unfinishedness, and I just wanted to I wasn't so focused on the details inside as I was on the details exterior, so that's where I spent most of my time. But this is the, the 3rd floor here, which is awesome, and I like how there's so much sheeting and stuff like that, and it all kind of fits into the color scheme, and I just wish it had more minifigures and was more, school realistic. Moving on to the 4th floor, as you can see, this has got more seating area, so this has got more of study spaces, cafeteria spaces, places to eat, and then at the back here is actually the student society office, like the student government office, which is really cool. So it's got 6 chairs and 6 desks for 6 execs. It's got a nice big middle table for all the, the other people to sit at. It's got a wonderful snack table, and then it's got a bunch of cupboards and stuff like that here at the back for all the storage of all the different supplies. We've got safes and drawers and cupboards and all that good stuff like that. And then we've even got these safes back here with even more places to store stuff, and I don't think there's anything in these, but it's pretty cool. Again, if I spent a little bit more time on the interior of this room, there would be computers and more chairs and other utensils and lots of people, but it is pretty basic. And then at the front here, this is what it looks like. You can see big glass doors as well as the big glass windows, so you can see inside, and we got the logo, and then even more students just kind of sitting around enjoying all the different spaces. Once it's in the building, they stack on top of each other like this, and it honestly works pretty well. I wouldn't want to put too much, tension or on, or like specific force on any of these places. But once it's in the building, it does look really cool. So that's why the whole thing was designed to be like that, and that's why there's a few pillars all the way around. And finally, we've got the 5th floor here, which again is pretty neat. There is just a lot more seating area up here for places to study and stuff like that. We've got the dean's office, the big scary dean's office with the receptionist and some chairs for people to wait. At the back here, we've got the dean of the school. So she's got a seating area, lots of flowers, as well as a huge big desk. And then behind that is actually a boardroom. It is a business school. So I wanted there to be a boardroom, for board business things, and we've got some TV screens and stuff like that all the way around so you can see what's going on in the world. And I wanted to stagger these chairs a little so it looked like an actual room where not everything is always perfect. Chairs are kind of all over the place. And like I said, this is the upper floor of the school and just sits on the rest of them like that. And this is what it looks like on the building. So it looks really cool. It does look like, you know, a multiple story building. And I am happy with how this is designed. So a lot of the pressure points do have poles and like pillars and stuff like that under it, just to keep the structure and integrity of the school perfectly fine. One thing that's actually on my next steps of things to do is to fill this area with more staircases and escalators. Originally, I actually did have something here when I first built the building, but it wasn't structurally sound and kept falling apart, so I haven't added anything new here. But eventually, there will be a way to connect these top floors with the bottom floor here. Like I showed with the school, this is kind of a good tour, but you actually go in to the bottom here through the ground floor. There's 3 doors, all blue to go along with the color scheme. And you enter, and there are 2 sets of escalators, one for going up, one for going down. You take the escalators up here to this floor where it's a transfer floor, and you walk right around, and then you take the second set of escalators up to this floor, as you can see where the railing is and all the different people. This is actually modeled after my real school. In real life, we do have to go up 2 sets of escalators to get to the first floor of the school, and I wanted it to be realistic. Throughout the whole school here, I've got all these beautiful glass windows that go all the way up to the second last floor, and then of course this is what it looks like up here. It's got the tan and brown color scheme, which again is very similar to my actual school. The only thing that's missing is right here, I would like it to say what the name of the institution is, just like mine does. It's got the overhang here, and this took a lot of work. If you remember from the building videos, I spent a lot of time trying to perfect how the school looked, because I was building it after, you know, I was modeling it after something, and I just wanted it to look as realistic as possible. And then up here for the dean's office, this is where there's an additional glass window, and it does just look really, really cool. But yeah, so that's how the school works. That's why it's on the bottom floor with just a little bit of a lobby, and then eventually it goes up to the top. And because it worked perfect, because I was able to have the hotel and the Lego store underneath. And then here is actually ticker tape, just like you would see in like a stock market where things run across. But instead of the stocks, it is just messages and announcements and things like that. But the escalators did take a lot of time to be able to perfect, because I wanted them to look perfect and be realistic for the building. But I'm quite happy with how they turned out, and I like how big, bright, and open and airy this school building is. So now let's take a look at the top 2 penthouse stories of the Bricks Tower, what I like to call my personal penthouse. So here's the penthouse here. As you can see, it's got 3 stories of windows instead of just 2 like all the other floors. And this is what it looks like on the inside. It's actually kind of similar to my real apartment, but slightly different. I don't have 2 stories, unfortunately. At the very front here, we've got a round table with a nice flower vase and a couple chairs around there. We've got a table with a key to it, which looks really cool, a golden key. And then we've got the living room area here with the 2 couches, as well as a big coffee table in the center. There's some decor on the coffee table here, including a trumpet and some letters. I do like the couches. They're nice and black. And then at the back here, we've got a TV with a dresser underneath for storage, and lots more plants that look really cool. And then over here we've got like a little bar cart, a little kitchen area with a couple different glasses, a beautiful spout, and then of course lots more drawers. Like I was saying, this is a 2-story apartment, so it's got the loft style stairs where you can see directly under them, and it kind of overhangs the rest of the living space, which I do like, because I like how the apartment looks. I think it looks very fancy and modern. It's all dark, which I really like, gives a nice rich, you know, modern feel. And then you can walk up into the second floor. It's also got this custom chandelier on the bottom here that overhangs over the living room. And now that we're on the second floor, you can see this is what it looks like up here. It's got a balcony here with some glass just to make sure everything's protected and everything is good. I like the railing used. It is just a bunch of circle parts here, which looks really, really cool. And then as you can see, we've got, again, lots more flowers and big double doors onto the balcony. This is what the bedroom looks like. We've got another dresser here with some more decals and designs on top. A beautiful a beautiful golden trophy over here, and then another queen bed and a railing all the way around, and then a light fixture and a picture right at the top here as well. There's more glass back here, and it is again a 3-story glass ceiling up here instead of just 2. If it was just 2, I could have easily had an extra story here, but I wanted it to be a little bit more luxurious because it is a penthouse, of course, and I wanted it to look great. And I like, even though I had to sacrifice some of the floor space up here, I really like having the nice railing here, and I think, you know, it fits because this is technically the 13th floor. So it's very high up in the city and looks epic. And then of course here we've got the pool area. This goes on top. It's got lots of designs and lots of grill pieces going in different ways. And this is a private pool. So we've got a special waiter here with a bunch more plants and a bunch of lounge chairs for a beautiful pool on technically what would be the 14th floor. So now in the commercial tower, this is my least favorite part of the building. It is not developed at all, and it actually needs a lot of work. These bottom 2 floors are just completely empty. There's absolutely nothing here. And then these 2 floors are actually, I guess what you could say, a 2-story Lego room. This 3rd one here is also empty. The only part I really love about this building is the top roof, just because I really like all the detail around it, and I love that big skylight. All right, so this is like the 1 floor here, and like I said, I'm very unimpressed with this, so don't get excited. But as you can see, it's basically just a bunch of different random builds and stuff like that from different parts of my Lego city. These, I think, were like remote controls. I don't even know where they were at one point. We've got a, space shuttle, and then whatever that used to be. And then over here, as I said, it's 2 stories, so there's the stairs to go down. And then we've just got a couple different containers. These have some like pick-a-brick cups on top, a table, one of the bulldozers, and then this bookshelf, which again was from a custom build that I just didn't know what to do with, so I included here. Like I said, really not happy with how the commercial tower of this looks. There's no interior detail. When I was building this, I just wanted to get it done and get everything set up, and I just threw a bunch of things in there. So eventually someday I will go back and make this actually look pretty and make, something that I am proud of. But for now, that is just what I have. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching both part number 3 as well as all of the other parts I have made to the Bricks Tower Complex Tour. Like I said, I have had an absolute blast building this complex. I built it in May 2020, and it has been a proud fixture here in my Lego room ever since. I've absolutely loved how it looks. I love everything that it stands for in my Lego city, and I think it looks incredible. And honestly, I'm so excited that I have been able to film this 3-part video series, giving you a full tour of the complex and showing you both some of the MOCs and the details I'm proud of, as well, some of those places that I'm not so proud of, and that will need a lot of work. Overall, like I said, I had so much fun building this MOC, and I really, really like how it looks in my Lego city. And, my favorite part about MOCs is that they are never finished, and I will constantly be changing it and making modifications. But for now, that is the 3-part tour of the Bricks Tower Complex. Like I said, I can't wait to continue making changes and to switch it up as the years go on. But that is what the tour looks like as of right now. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. Of course, feel free to give me some ideas and suggestions for the studio because things are always changing, and I cannot wait to show you what the next project with this tower may be. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. And I'm looking forward to seeing you soon in the next video.